All right, so you're trying to keep up with the latest and greatest in tech, huh?
Always.
Well, we're diving deep into the SpaceXpanse multiverse today.
Oh, yeah. I've been keeping an eye on this one.
It's a really interesting one for sure.
For sure?
Like, imagine this.
Okay.
A world where blockchain and AI work together
I like it already.
to create a completely trustless environment for gaming and finance.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, they call it GameFi. And we've been digging through all the details, reports, white papers.
Sounds like a lot of reading.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
But, we pulled out the most important and fascinating parts just for you.
The good stuff.
The good stuff. That's right.
So what is GameFi?
Yeah, so GameFi, it combines gaming with decentralized finance.
Oh, okay.
And it uses that transparency and security of blockchain tech to create in-game economies.
Interesting.
And SpaceXpanse, well, they really want to build out these metaverse worlds, create immersive experiences.
Immersive experiences, yeah.
And make it way easier for developers to create dApps.
Ambitious.
Very ambitious.
So how do they plan on doing all that?
Well, first you got to understand the foundation.
Yeah. What's it built on?
It all starts with the ROD blockchain.
Okay.
And it's native cryptocurrency, ROT.
Makes sense.
Now, this blockchain, it handles both fungible tokens, like your standard ERC-20s,
Right.
and non-fungible tokens, those NFTs.
Ah, so you've got your in-game currency and your unique items.
Exactly. And here's what I think is really cool.
Okay.
They're building in a decentralized naming system.
DDNS.
DDNS.
Right.
That's it. And that means website addresses can't be censored easily.
Oh, wow. So like a truly free internet.
Yeah. And they've got digital IDs for super secure online identities. So it's all about taking control of your online presence.
That's huge.
It is right.
I mean, to censorship resistance, secure IDs.
Yeah. It's a solid foundation for trust.
For sure.
So then the question is, what powers the apps and games?
Right. What's running all of it?
Well, they have this really secure way to store data, both on-chain openly and locally, more privately. And then they use something called atomic trading. Have you heard of this?
I have, but explain it for the listeners.
Okay, so it's like this. Imagine you can swap items directly with someone.
Peer-to-peer.
Peer-to-peer. That's it, without needing a middleman.
Oh, that's big for trust.
It is. And on top of that, they have a play-to-earn model.
I love a good play-to-earn system.
Oh, yeah. And they call this one human mining,
Okay.
which rewards you for just spending time in the ecosystem.
For your engagement.
Exactly.
So they reward you for playing.
Yeah, and to keep things running nice and fast, they use side channels.
Side channels.
Yeah, think of it like express lanes for data.
Gotcha. Keeps everything scalable.
Exactly.
So that's for users. But what about the developers?
Oh, they thought of that too.
Oh, I bet they did.
That's where the specs library comes in.
Okay. A dev tool set.
Yeah, and it's all about simplifying the creation of these decentralized apps, the dApps.
Cool. And they've got Specs ID built in.
Yep, that digital ID system we talked about.
Smart. So users can manage their identities right within the apps.
Yep. And then for trading in-game items or DApp assets, they have
Democris?
Democrat. Yeah, it's a trustless marketplace. So think eBay, but decentralized.
Ah. Okay. So creators have a built-in platform.
precisely.
This is making more sense. Now, what about payments, though?
Well, they have their own system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called RodPay.
RadPay.
It's a completely free open source payment processor.
Interesting.
You can send money directly to others without any central authority taking a cut.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, yeah. And it has all these tools for crowdfunding and even building your own marketplace.
Wow. So like a decentralized Patreon?
I kind of like that.
That's cool. Okay, so they've got payments figured out. What else?
Well, then there's Rod to Nostr.
Rad to Nostr, what's that all about?
So you know how Nostr is that privacy-focused system?
I do, yeah.
Well, they've adapted it for storing and sharing massive amounts of data, but in a decentralized way.
Ah, so it's perfect for a metaverse with lots of user-generated content.
You got it.
Smart. So how do they actually build the metaverse environments?
Okay, so that's where the SpaceXpanse dApp engine enters the picture.
dApp engine, okay, another tool.
This one's for building 2D and simple 3D applications, even without any coding experience.
Wow, so anyone can make a game.
And it's all open source, too.
Nice.
And to test these creations, they have the SpaceXpanse Metaverse Simulator.
Okay, a testing ground.
It's like a realistic solar system with physics and scripting,
Sounds comprehensive.
all tied into the ROD blockchain and Nostra.
So you can build, test, and deploy all in one ecosystem.
Pretty much. And get this.
What?
They're even working on ways to connect with other blockchains.
Oh, so it's not just its own little world.
Not at all. They want to be part of the bigger metaverse.
That's the way to do it. So how about connecting with other users?
Well, for that, they have Metalog.
Metalog.
It's a decentralized social network that uses Nostra for your private data,
Private conversations, yeah.
and the ROD blockchain for your public posts.
So like social media, but you control your data.
Exactly. And to help new projects joining their ecosystem.
They need support.
Yeah, they've got the Startup Hub, which offers all sorts of resources.
Next guidance is key for new projects.
And they even have an AI chatbot.
No way.
Yeah, it's called DARMA.
What's DARMA? Okay.
And it helps users navigate the platform and troubleshoot.
So it's like built-in customer support.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. And of course they have their own metaverse.
Of course, SpaceXpanse.
Yeah.
Metaverse. It's where they showcase all the features and possibilities.
I mean, they got to have their own world, right?
Exactly. And they even have a couple of games in development.
Oh, yeah, I heard about those. What were they called?
SpaceXpanse. Battleships, which is a simple multiplayer game.
Okay.
And then a more ambitious one called SpaceXpanse. Wanderers built on Unreal Engine 5.
Ambitious is right.
Oh, yeah. It's a for-profit space exploration game.
That sounds really cool.
So with all this going on, who
Yeah.
benefits the most?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, gamers are a huge focus.
With the play to earn.
Exactly. They get true ownership of their in-game items as NFTs.
That's a big draw for a lot of gamers.
It is.
Mhm.
And they're also aiming to create entire virtual economies with the ROD cryptocurrency and NFT-based virtual goods.
So like in-world marketplaces.
Yep, traded on that Democrat marketplace we talked about.
Cool. And then Metalog adds that social layer, a different kind of online community.
Right, and with those easy-use tools they've created.
Anyone can build.
Exactly. We could see a whole wave of dApps beyond gaming, education virtual events.
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
They really are.
So what makes SpaceXpanse stand out from the crowd?
I'd say their dedication to being truly trustless and decentralized is key.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a user-owned metaverse without that.
Right. And giving users real ownership and control is at the heart of their vision.
And the open source approach that's big for adoption.
Absolutely. And they're focused on connecting with other networks in the future.
Yeah, not being a walled garden.
Right. It's all very forward-thinking.
It is. So what's next for SpaceXpanse?
Well, they have a clear roadmap with regular updates.
That's always good to see. Keeps the community informed.
And the metaverse and GameFi markets, they're projected for massive growth over the next few years.
I mean, we see those reports too.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Of course, there will be challenges along the way.
Yeah, like what?
Well, just getting noticed, building everything out, navigating regulations.
Those are always hurdles.
But the potential is massive, especially as VR and AR become more popular.
And people want those immersive experiences.
Exactly. So the SpaceXpanse multiverse, it's a bold vision for a digital world built on trust and user ownership.
Yeah, it's impressive.
So much interesting tech powering it. And it could change how we play, socialize, and even learn online.
It really could.
It makes you think,
About what?
what happens when virtual worlds are truly owned by their users?
Yeah, and those interactions are inherently trustless.
Could platforms like SpaceXpanse change how we engage with digital technologies and economies forever?
It's an interesting question.
It is, and it's worth exploring how these concepts of GameFi and decentralized platforms will evolve in the coming years.
I think so too.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the SpaceXpanse multiverse.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.